Hey, good afternoon. Sorry I'm a little late today. I had meetings in Des Moines till mid-afternoon and left the house shortly after 7, so didn't get to it before that. John chapter 7, it seems to kind of be not a transition, but a chapter that I think if you had to look at and sum it up, it's really people are trying to guess and discern who is Jesus. And he's unwilling. He's not going to go to Jerusalem because the Jews are trying to kill him there. And this concept of, he says, my time has not yet come. We see that throughout this chapter that Jesus' time hasn't come. But there's a feast of the booths that is occurring. So Jesus is going to decides to go in private to Jerusalem, and people are kind of muttering, where is he? They know he's going to be arrested. Some said he's a good man. Others say he's leading people astray. And in the middle of the feast, it says Jesus got up and began to teach. So it decided that he was going to teach, and says his teaching isn't his teaching comes from God, and it has a little bit of a confrontation with some of the leaders and the people. In verse 25, some of the people there said, is not this man whom they seek to kill? They're wondering why his teaching is amazing. And Jesus again in verse 30, his hour had not yet come. It says, yet many of the people believed in him. And then they say, when the Christ appears, will he do more signs than this man has done? And I think that's kind of rhetorical, that he's done a lot of signs, and they're saying that he must be the Christ. So the Pharisees and chief priests are seeking now to arrest Jesus, and Jesus then talks about this living water, that anyone who believes in me has living water. And here we're seeing division. So this is just a chapter that just saying people come to faith, people recognizing Jesus as Christ, and others not. The Pharisees are saying this can't be the Christ because he comes from Galilee and not Bethlehem. And so at this point, they don't know that Jesus was born in Bethlehem. They have a police officer wondering, why didn't you arrest him? And his reply, no one ever spoke like this man. And Nicodemus is kind of at the end of the chapter as the voice of reason. And basically, does our law judge a man without first giving him a hearing and learning what he does? So Nicodemus is just, I think, saying, hey, we need to have some process here and don't be haste. And they're saying, we know the law. The law says no prophet comes from Galilee. So some are recognizing Jesus as the Christ. The leaders are not. So we're seeing this conflict continuing to brew, and Jesus continuing to teach. So, let me know what you got out of the chapter. It's whoever believes, again, this concept of belief, will live. This heart will flow with living waters. So, as John said, the purpose of the book is I've written so that people will believe, and that through belief they will have life. And Jesus is saying that as well. So we'll get into chapter 8 tomorrow. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you're learning going through John. And have a great evening. God bless. See you tomorrow.